This is a story that many of you may not believe, but it's absolutely true, and it's regarding the afterlife. And many years ago, I used to keep a boat at a place called Cedar Point Marina. It's a very large amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio. And a good friend of mine and I were there on a Friday night. We were walking into the park, and as we were walking, we were talking about the afterlife and can people really communicate from the dead. And we came up to the first ride we were going to ride called the Top Thrill Dragster, and that ride was like a 2-hour wait, and he said forget that. So we started walking towards the back of the park, and as we're walking, we're continuing this conversation about, can people communicate with the living after they've died, and specifically talking about my son Brian that died many years ago. Could he ever communicate and contact us? So we get to the back of the park. It's my favorite ride, the Maverick, and it's down for repairs. So then we just walk by towards the front of the park, towards what's called the Millennium. As we're walking, we're really talking about getting deep here about if Brian were trying to contact us from the dead, how would he do it? How would we even know it's him? It was just, one of those deep, odd conversations. So as we get to the Millennium, that ride, it's like a 3-hour wait. And so we said, we're done for the night. So we walked outside of the gates of the amusement park, walking back towards the boat. And I get this alert vibration on my phone that comes through from Facebook about a new post. So I open it, and the post is from a friend of my son Brian's. Brian died. It was a friend that he played golf with. And he was sending this message or post to his girlfriend. And what it said is, hey, let's go to Cedar Point tonight. And I'd like to ride the Top Thrill Dragster, the Maverick, and the Millennium in that order. And so, what are the chances that, my friend and I are out there talking about my son Brian communicating from the dead, and then the next thing you know, I get this post that comes up on Facebook of a friend that knew Brian, and he's talking about coming to Cedar Point and riding those 3 rides in that specific order. Out of all the roller coasters at that amusement park, he picked those 3 in that order. I think some things are just beyond our understanding. I'd be interested to hear what everybody else thinks about that. Was that just a 1 in a million coincidence, or was that actually my son Brian trying to communicate with us? Now that's pretty spooky. The lights just went out in our house as I'm sitting here talking about this. I mean, I can't make this stuff up.